Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers, to another episode of The Frontier. Last time we left off, the whole entire party found, fought a bunch of cutlery and found a bunch of zombie waiter restaurant place. Oh, hold on. And then, after that, it freaked them out so bad they went out and decided to sleep on it for a little while. So, everybody feel free to introduce yourselves.
I'm Anase Skyrider, playing Aldous Ronan, the Human Armor Artificer.
I am Tornur Firestrike, playing the Dwarf Wildfire Druid.
I'm Flicker, and I'm playing the Wizard Rogue multiclass.
I'm Oleg, and I'm playing Oleg, and that's about all that matters.
So true.
I love it. She really just wants to be called Oleg the entire time.
Oh, yes.
I am Manarel. I am playing a Circle of Land Druid.
Nice. A bunny druid.
I am the requisite furry.
Yes, absolutely. Alright.
If Aldous dies, I'm going to be the backup furry.
Okay, so, last time there was all that dungeon stuff. Feel free, we believe there was some role-playing that needed to be done. You wake up in the morning, it was a good sleep, if, there's nothing came in on your group or anything like that while you were sleeping. No children stolen in the night, no animals made away with.
Shy.
Yes?
So what I'm hearing is that the sun rose, correct?
The sun has risen, yes.
Go ahead.
And as the sun rises, the day has come! And as the sun rises, and all of you rise for the dawn, and Anase comes out scratching his beard and drinking from his... Oh yeah, Anase has a giant fucking beard now!
The bottle of endless coffee dispenses.
You've never seen him. It's like a several foot long, you could take a fucking nap in this thing beard. Champion dwarven beard growing skills on 11 out of 10.
Just want to point out, this implies that he has had this thing on for 9 months and didn't actually grow one.
Well, no, it implies
really
implies that he's always shaved it off first.
Aldous at this point had something of an overnighter planning, tinkering. He's been adjusting his armor and preparing for this dungeon delve. He kind of forgot to shave it.
And Tornur, it's fantastic. It rivals any proper dwarven beard. Maybe a little thinner, but, with a couple more days of growing in. Just so you know.
You gotta be real careful not to get that caught in anything. As long as it is, it might get cinched off. It's best to keep it at a manageable length. I mean, from experience, I can tell you that, fire, it doesn't work well around hair. You gotta keep it trimmed back a little bit. And if you smell something, it's probably a good bet to just start patting yourself down.
Pao Yu begins braiding Aldous' magnificent beard.
I want to note as well, Aldous actually failed to notice the beard. He's been that focused. Oh. So he just responds to you, huh? What are you... Oh!
As Pao Yu starts braiding his beard.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'll shave it off. You don't have to braid it.
No, don't do it!
Why would you shave off a perfectly good beard?
Exactly.
You're weird.
Gets caught in the gears. Oh my goodness, imagine his helmet trying to close around that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great bearded Iron Man, as it should be.
Aldous returns to his tent to shave it off.
Pao Yu cries and throws her flowers that she had been preparing to weave into it all over the ground.
All right, so knowing what we're getting into, I took the night to get rid of to not prepare a couple of spells that I know. Low ceilings don't really work well with Call Lightning, so I replaced that and a couple of others for more combat oriented because the only good spider is a dead spider, especially a crypt spider.
I don't think that's true.
I was going to say quick little thing. Inarl hasn't quite come out of her tent yet. You can hear shuffling in there, but she's not quite out yet. You know she's awake at least.
You all right in there?
Just fine. Give me a moment.
Okay.
You hear some more shuffling, like not quite like searching, but more pacing kind of shuffling, like, you know.
With her thumpy little feet.
Yeah. You hear whenever she does stop, you hear a little, you know, that nervous rabbit thump.
Her thumpy little feet.
Yeah. Whenever she does stop walking, you know, takes a moment of, you know, realization, then she starts walking again.
I don't want to sound critical, but we are on a clock here. We kind of need to scorched earth the entire restaurant.
Oh, there's only a 25% chance that they've exploded into thousands of smaller spiders already.
I don't think statistics works that way.
They were here first.
Can we try talking to them?
That's a good idea.
You hear Inarl take a breath, you know, getting her confidence, and then she comes out of the tent. Her attire is a bit different this time. In the, 8-9 months they've been traveling?
Yeah, 8 months.
Yeah, 8 months that you guys have been traveling, you know. She has worn nothing but, you know, nice robe, but, you know, nothing fancy, you know, just some basic, you know, robes.
Normal people shit.
Yeah, normal people shit. Today, she has walked out in something a little more fancy.
It's absolutely a royal looking garment.
Yes, it is very much a royal looking garment. It is like a forest green. It's got some, you know, gold like hemming, stitching, whatever goes along the edge. You know, the sleeves are a bit drapey. You know, it looks very flowy. Nothing compared to what Pow wears, but in the 8 months you've heard mention of her potentially being a noble maybe twice, and maybe once from her. She does not like to talk about it.
She doesn't. She actually explicitly, as far as you've noticed, doesn't like nobles in general. So it's a little weird that she is the only noble in your party.
Yeah, but you know, this dress, walking out in this dress, she definitely very much fits the part better.
Are you sure that today is the day to wear that?
Yeah, it might
isn't
get
it
torn up.
awesome? Everyone looking hyper pretty. Just so you guys know, Oleg is looking with his raggedy clothes that always look the same way, kind of fluffy, kind of everything. You wouldn't know, but that's how he always looks, and he's just standing there shaking his head. All of these fancy people with their fancy clothes, I just don't understand.
With their fancy metal armor and their fancy clothes and their fancy fruit dresses. Oh yeah, today Pow is wearing a dress that for all the world appears like it might be entirely made of fruit rinds.
Amazing.
Sleeves are short, only going to the elbow and widening at the end to make the outfit comfortable and wavy. It extends to her knees.
I did actually just remember there is actually an image I'm referencing for Inarl's dress. Let me find it there it is.
I gotta see this because the image 180'd as soon as I heard fruit rind.
That's Pow's dress, so...
Oh.
Yeah, an image reference for Pow's dress would be absolutely hilarious. But this is the
dress that she's
dress
wearing.
for Inarl.
Yeah.
Don't mind the words "dress of defense." There, it is not a dress of defense.
It's not.
Yeah. The image is there purely for visual reference, and you know, Okay, so she has stepped out, and she's silent for a moment, mostly because my brain is still trying to get into gear of this. And then she, fuck, and the gears have stopped.
Damn.
And then she fuck.
Yeah.
Remember your notes.
Yes, remember my notes. She looks to Pow, she looks to Oleg, she's like, you could tell I roleplay a lot, can't you?
So much.
Yeah, so much experience.
Most of us have about 47 years of roleplay experience.
Ah, damn, I'm short. I'm at 44. Anyway, she's like, I am in agreement with them. I think we should... Sorry, she's not stuttering, I am.
No problem.
I think we should potentially negotiate with them first. They are chaotic... No, not chaotic. They are lawful evil. If we can make a deal to just have them leave. If not, we could potentially get their services. Spider silk can be quite valuable, and I'm pretty sure you guys saw how much spider silk was in that one room.
Spiders are remarkably useful for keeping out insects, so a giant spider might keep out giant insects.
Tornur can't believe he's actually hearing this right now.
Any giant
because
insects?
Technically, we are giant insects. To
We're
them, at
not
least.
giant insects.
To them, we are.
Yeah, true.
Seriously,
Knowing what
Did you
crypt
consider
spiders
your
are
res-
and what they do, Tornur cannot believe he's actually hearing this right now. And his jaw is just dropped open like, I have traveled with the biggest band of fucking idiots. Oh my god. I am not the most intelligent person in the world here. Tornur is not the most intelligent person in the world, but he's wise enough to understand that there's some things you just can't let go.
I think wisdom is the
Something
problem
you can't-
here. Because
something-
there are a lot of intelligent people, but they're not very wise.
No,
Well,
no,
I mean,
no.
Anarl's got a
is not-
wisdom of 20.
Yeah, wisdom's not the problem.
So seeing... Oh.
Maybe Aldous is problem, but not in ours.
I mostly said that out of character, but I wanted to keep that in character because it's fucking great.
So
I was gonna say, seeing the mixed reactions in Arl, thinks she might want to, reinforce her case here. I've spent all night thinking on it, and while I have prepared for a fight, this dress is a bit sturdier than it looks, I will admit. I have prepared for a fight, but if possible, I would like to minimize the bloodshed, because the fight with the cutlery didn't go so well, and that was only 3 clouds of the stuff.
4.
Oh, right. Thank you. That was only 4 clouds of the stuff. I do not feel that confident dealing with 12 zombies and a spider queen.
So what
But
you saying is you're a coward?
That
I'm
would
sorry.
that would get a snicker out of Calden.
So, I'm sorry, what was it that you said? My brain...
I said I missed that.
Oleg called you a coward.
She kind of shoots Oleg a look of, okay, I might be reconsidering my position again. No, she's not. She's still gonna, stick with this plan.
I hear what you're saying. I understand you want to try and get a peaceful resolution, but remind me, how I rolled pretty high on these things, right?
Not as good as an RL, but yeah.
I would think we've all conferred over this somewhat
All right.
exhaustively.
So yeah, we've conferred.
Wait, do you have knowledge nature?
1 second.
Yeah. Yeah, because we actually screwed up last time. We should have.
I do have
had you do
nature.
knowledge nature, not knowledge arcana. Okay, you do have knowledge nature. Then your roll is functionally the same, and that makes it super easy. And yeah, you know that they're as intelligent as people, and you know a goodly deal about them. And RL, of course, knows more. Most of the party actually that can know about them knows about them.
It's worth considering
would the
two
staff
factors.
of the woodlands allow me to cast speak with animals, or are they even qualify as animals?
They speak. They speak language. They
speak language.
Yeah, they speak
Spiders
language.
do.
They're as intelligent as people. They speak language. Yeah.
The zombies, not so much.
Zombies do not. They do not speak language. The zombies. Yeah. They
It's
don't.
worth considering two things. On the one hand, they are intelligent creatures. I would prefer not to kill people. It's one thing to kill a boar or to butcher a hog, or hunt for a deer or what have you, but
Yeah.
it's another to kill an intelligent thinking being. On the other hand, we have no idea where the people who made up those zombies came from. And while they can lay their eggs in corpses, there is nothing stopping them from having made those corpses first.
That's why we negotiate with them. We make a deal with them. They are lawful, so if we can make an arrangement with them, they will honor it. I am thinking, and she, starts to play with the amulet around her neck. It's the key amulet that, she's been holding on to. I am potentially thinking maybe starting off with a little bit of lying and claiming to be the inheritor. And she, wiggles the amulet,
The door key. The door amulet.
Yeah, the door key amulet. Because I do like it as an accessory idea too. Because it's, like you said, it's an amulet.
It is a beautiful glowing stone. Like, who wouldn't want that around their neck?
I hope to start with that, and then maybe negotiate down from there. I do have one of my apprentices collecting an ostrich egg for me to offer as a gift to begin the negotiations.
An egg?
Yes, an ostrich egg. Have you seen the size of these things? They will... One of them can feed a good few people for breakfast. One ostrich egg is equal to 24 chicken eggs.
If we're going to go down this path, I will go get one of my goats, I think is what I've got. One of my goats. We'll try it your way. I'm not the biggest fan of being surrounded, but if we do get surrounded, just tell me what you want me to tell your next of kin.
So
I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
So we're gonna go down and bring some meat and stuff? Are we going... And we're gonna say we're the new proprietors?
We're going to try that first to see if they are willing to honor, inherited ownership. And if that, like I said, if that doesn't work, we can negotiate, to live in cooperation. Because out here in the frontier, we do kind of need all the mines we can get
They haven't
to quell the
attacked
chaos.
yet.
Exactly. They haven't attacked yet. They haven't shown us anything malicious, and in fact, they have been a bit more hosty than the Zimways we fought when we first came in.
But the question is, were the Zimwees under their commands? Because we still have no idea where those came from.
Who actually rolled good for those Zimwees?
I believe I did.
Okay, then you would know that the Zimwees cannot be reasoned with. They do not follow commands. They only follow hunger. Well,
Makes sense given the stomach.
Well, with the stomachs, yeah. Yeah, no, they're not controllable by any act of intelligence. They do not have that.
This
If we are going to do
timeline
this,
This
I
timeline
would
doesn't...
like to... Sorry, go ahead.
This timeline doesn't make a lot of sense. Those zombies, they'll only stick around for a few days. They're how the crypt spiders reproduce, essentially. But the Zimwees and then the clouds of dishware and knives.
Weird
I feel
magic
there are-
collaborations.
I feel there are deeper mysteries because there is a door we still haven't explored yet. We don't know how deep this place goes, and if we're going to finish exploring it, we might not want to get in the scrap.
Chances are also
Before
that
we-
those people are pretty new. I mean, we came here and looked around. Who says that those people didn't go there to look around either?
That's a possibility. Before we go in, though, Oleg, could you do that mind thing you did last time?
Yes.
That I think that might be helpful.
Yes.
That way
Remember,
we
you can do that. You can do that once for free without expending a die.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, the dice they reset after a long rest?
Yes, you get them all back after a long rest.
Pretty much
Alright.
everything you get back after a long rest, yeah.
Okay. So how many people do we have here? We have... well, I can talk with...
3
You
people.
still,
I think it's
You
I
yeah.
still
can
need
talk
to
with
exclude-
Caldrin. I can talk with Caldrin via basically Thieves' Cant.
yeah.
And
Keep in
so
mind-
it's...
I want real quick, just by the way, rules is written. Thieves' Cant isn't like another language. It's like an obscurement of a language, and it does say in the text that it takes longer to speak in Thieves' Cant.
Yeah.
Just
It's
keep
pretty
that in
much
mind.
code. It's speaking in code, not in another language.
But it sounds like normal speech. That's why it takes longer to
Yeah.
encode messages, if you will.
Yeah, but like the thing is, I have to pick who to leave out, who to give, convey the message to slowly or less quick, because I can't just like play antenna for everyone.
Nice. We love where this is going. This is going
so-
great. One day you'll be able to play
Speaking in
antenna for
code,
everyone, don't worry.
With
Let
with
me-
that whole thieves can't thing, speaking in code, it can be as simple as it's time to go or time to kill or time to a simple action can be coded pretty quick.
Thieves' Cant is more complex than that. It's similar to Druidic.
Right.
I was
Another
going to say, isn't Druidic just another language?
It is, but
Yeah.
Thieves' Cant works more similarly to Druidic than it works to other languages.
So, I'll make one suggestion here. I have both Sylvan as well as Dwarven, which gives me access to relaying messages to either Tornur or to Inarl.
Sylvan works for like half the party.
That's right. You have that one too, you said.
So,
I was going to say, Narl doesn't know Sylvan, she knows Elven.
Oh, well, who was it that spoke Sylvan then?
Calden.
I
I-
think I've got it.
Tornur and I
Okay.
speak Sylvan. I speak Elven as well.
We need to have a little spreadsheet or whatever with X's
I
and
was-
the circles.
I was making a graphic for it, but nobody
Yeah.
else wanted to tell me what languages their characters spoke.
Oh man, we didn't even know. We would have been totally there with you. Sorry about that, dog.
Druidic and Sylvan. That's what I've got. Druidic and Sylvan in common.
And Dwarven.
And Dwarven.
Anyway,
I have,
so are we going in? Are we all ready?
Let's get this over with.
So,
Okay, wait. So whose connection do I draw?
Whoever can't speak Sylvan.
So okay, who can't speak Sylvan?
Inarl.
Inarl?
Pow will be going here because you are walking into an undead nightmare land, and this is absolutely where you bring her. Just putting it out
Mhm.
there. Think
Okay.
everybody can agree.
I kind of assumed.
Yeah, Pow can not speak Sylvan, incidentally.
Okay, so
Oh.
Pao, Inarl, and that's it?
You got one more
Well,
that you can go
so-
for.
I was going to say, probably someone who can speak Sylvan to, relay
Yeah,
the message
yeah.
to, and, so
Yeah.
they can tell the others who speak Sylvan.
So, Tornur.
Alright. Those
He's
three.
good. He's good with using the words that he's got.
Izeth. Oleg. Go ahead and roll the Psychic Whispers. It'll have, like, the like the duration and stuff.
Okay, just a moment.
It's at the bottom of your attacks and spellcasting.
Magic psychic noises.
Yeah, magic psychic noises. Definitely. Absolutely. That's exactly what happens.
That's solid. That's solid.
Very magic
Hours.
psychic noises. Like, the psychiciest of noises up in this joint. Absolutely. You can all hear the wobblies in the background.
5G psychic quality.
Oh, yeah. Olek, you are the OG magical server.
Up to a mile, by the way.
Up to
Wow.
That's really nice. You're like the OG magical server walkie-talkie. Awesome.
Not that we'll
Most
be going out
excellent.
as far as a mile, I think.
Probably not. No.
Almost certainly not.
That's still great though. That's nice. For all those watching, the little canyon that we have is the canyon where they have set up. You can see the ruins on the northwest region. It's the little red dot there. They're nestled between some streams, come out of some water springs. This giant river that feeds into the place has a beautiful cascading waterfall. And then there's a landslide that feeds another little streamy boy, and then it becomes a lake, and then it flows away. And this is an outcropping. And west is more hills and mountains, and the civilization is the direction to Journey's End. Just letting everybody know. Alright, getting everybody caught up there. Hope nobody minds.
Alright, in we go.
In we go.
Are we?
Real quick.
Alright.
I think we're all ready.
We then have a block
Increase your
text.
maximum hit points by 5, please. You might want to put that in
Oh.
parentheses. Keep the track
Nice.
separate.
Up to 3 creatures.
Oh, shoot, right.
So who isn't?
I'm going to include an Arl. I'm going to include... I'm going to include an Arl, Olek, and Tornur.
So,
The squishier members.
so remind us
I'm
here,
the squishiest.
what are we bringing down that isn't main party members and familiars? Is Bobby coming? How many
Bobby-
ostrich eggs are we bringing?
Bobby,
How
I'm gonna leave Bobby for the time being.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna leave Bobby out. I am gonna take a goat down with
one
me
goat?
as a. Well, let's make it 2 just for a
2
solid
goats.
offering of peace.
Excellent.
Something else
And
I forgot. Something to keep in mind. There may be more than one. They are social. It's not, and there may not just be a singular queen, if you will.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That is all.
Figured
Sorry.
there'd be one queen and a bunch of smaller, subservient spiders.
Maybe.
Or
You know, the more we talk about this, the less of a good idea this seems to me.
All right, so you're bringing.
Thinking about it, he's kind of agreeing.
Oh my god.
The more we talk about this, the more I want to just burn this place to the ground. I'm not
You
gonna
know
lie.
what?
You would.
You would.
That's
Shy,
why I will.
Yes.
Mage Armor doesn't have any visual indication then itself, right?
Not unless you say otherwise, we imagine.
Alright, cool.
Unless it specifically says otherwise, too.
Doesn't say anything.
Okay, then we assume not.
Okay.
Just real quick,
Yeah?
for, Roll20 purposes. So aid is an increase to your maximum hit points. So for those of you who are just increasing your current hit points, just keep in mind that if you were healed up to full, you would have 5 more than...
Yeah.
So leave your hit point maximum alone so that you don't forget it, but just keep that in mind. However you're tracking it, it is not temporary hit points. It is an increase.
Okay, wait a second though. Is that increase valid already, or is it valid after we get healed?
You have it now. Oh
Yes.
no, yeah. You're all healed from last night. Yeah, you're
So-
all healed. You're all good.
So,
So
Olek,
I can just, yeah?
so what I'll do is I'm going to add 5 to your hit points, and on your maximum, I'm going to put in parentheses plus 5.
Okay.
So you have 5 extra semi-permanent hit points, but they're not temporary, so they don't go away if they're depleted.
Okay.
Like, temporary hit points act as shielding, so once they're depleted, they're gone. These hit points are, like I said, semi-permanent.
They're
Okay.
with you the whole duration.
They won't go away once they're gone. You just have to get healed back up to them.
Alright,
Until the spell ends.
for 8 hours, just so you know.
nice.
Alright.
Alright, sorry, that's all. Just want to make sure everybody's clear on how to do that in Roll20, because I'm probably going to be doing this more.
Good. Alright, so we will get to our block text if everybody's good for it.
I'm good for it.
Alright. So, you gotta remember you guys left at around 6 p.m. last night. Not even dark, since it's the middle of summer, you know, you've got a nice long day. So, not even dark at that time when you guys left, checked with all of your people, checked with POW, did all of your stuff like that. Now, you're coming back in, right past dawn, 2 goats in tow, all of your people with you. Oh, sorry,
Gnarl carrying an ostrich egg.
Oh, an Gnarl carrying an ostrich egg. POW will bring 2 of her turkeys for a thing of goodwill. A Tom and a Jenny or whoever. Jenny, whatever. That's.
Can I bring cheese?
You may bring cheese if you so desire.
I was gonna say I don't know if the spiders can eat the cheese.
You may
It
bring.
doesn't matter.
You may bring whatever you like. So you are bringing cheese?
Yeah.
You are all bringing something nice. All right. Good. Or at least most of you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and bring in some cheese too, might as well. Some cheese and some eggs.
Cheese, eggs, meat. Good offerings. All right.
Do we know how smart these things are?
They are as smart as people.
They are sapient creatures.
10 int. 10 int. Just like a human.
Yep.
Alright.
They are a race, not a playable race, but they are a race.
You can certainly treat them like that, yes.
Yeah.
So, after a long night of peaceful rest and coming to whatever conclusions you did, you re-enter the dining hall of the old establishment, and the scene is far different than you left it. You enter, of course, with the door key, and directly before you, the old greeting table is now staffed by 2 zombies who wave and moan to you cordially and make hideous grins, though they seem surprisingly fresh, as though they had been killed just hours ago. And they have no eyes! Large, jumbled, spiky teeth adorn their jaws as they grin terrifyingly at you with their sunken sockets and balding heads with pointy ears and gray skin. To your left, a well-dressed zombie waiter of near-identical appearance with a small cloth over his one arm grabs a menu for each of you from the container and hands it over to you. The then-clothed arm gestures toward the white lettering painted on a nearby wall, which was not there yesterday, that reads in perfect common via a smooth chancery writing, "Welcome, 1 gold coin per customer." One of the zombies behind the greeting table holds up a lockbox that you picked yesterday, and smiles expectantly with their dead, socketless eyes. Your resident necromancer, unable to control herself, slides 6 gold pieces from her décolletage and places them in the lockbox with a giddy smile. However, as the goats are seen approaching from behind with her turkeys, the zombie waiter moans disapprovingly and points to the zombies behind the greeting desk, one of which holds up a piece of wood with the writing on it that reads, in the same white chancery script as the door fee lettering, "No beasts allowed except for service animals."
I really don't know what to make of this. This just keeps getting worse.
Gnarl is quite surprised as well.
I have no words for... Alright, if they don't want the goats are going back out.
Well, you could certainly make a case for them, of course, if you're providing them as food for the place. That's not, that's...
Am I going to have to Karen this and demand to speak to the manager?
Did you say that? Do you say that? Do you say that in character?
No, that was out of character. No, that was completely out of character.
We mean, you might. We're not going to tell you whether or not you need to see the manager or not, but just let us know if you ask, okay?
I was going to say, I was actually planning on having a Gnarl ask, I would like to, speak to your queen, thinking they'll know the Spider Queen. And, if that doesn't work, then, saying, can I speak to your manager?
Okay. So,
but,
go for it.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say, she sees how things are, is surprised because it's one of those things of looks like just yesterday this place had cutlery scattered everywhere, 3 lion creature corpses, and now it's been cleaned up and has zombie waiting staff. So, it takes a room to go.
More importantly, there are like 8 zombies just in front of you, and you were kind of stopped at the door, so you can hear a lot more going on inside and stuff like that. Some particularly nasty sounding wailing a little bit in the background. You can't really tell.
The ledgers.
Maybe it sounds a little bit different than that, but yeah, maybe. And you can't really see, but you do see like 8 zombies or whatever just in your line of sight from the door.
Yeah.
And they're all extremely well dressed, completely fresh new zombies. At their stations.
How long ago did they die? Is there a way that we could tell?
Who has medicine?
Oh, I do.
Roll for your medicine. That is how you can tell how long something ago died. We think that seems reasonable. Can everybody just, Cool. Awesome.
I'm not proficient.
Hours ago in RL. They cannot have been dead for more than you've been asleep.
Where are these people coming from?
Well, we're gonna have to find out.
Anybody? I'm thinking this.
Nobody is
via the telepathic radio.
Nobody went missing overnight. No animals were lost and unaccounted for. The colony is totally fine.
So Okay, so Inaro, pulls herself back together. Gets her mind back focused on the plan. She, straightens up.
Inaral's going to be the face here. We love this.
I would like to speak to the Spider Queen, please. We would like to potentially make a deal. She, motions to the goats, for your business.
1 moment. We'll just do a little quick doobly boop. They don't seem particularly responsive to the term Spider Queen. The zombies look at each other, and one of them...
Aldous speaks up. We would like to speak to your master.
Could we speak to the manager?
The entire... As soon as you say that, you hear, in perfect zombie chorus from within, the sound of dozens of voices. And then... Karen, a long Karen, and then the noise goes back to normal, and anybody with a high enough active perception can tell that there must be dozens of voices in there. So Tornur and Calden, probably.
My passive perception is of 15.
Yeah, you can probably...
Yeah, I can hear that this is getting really much worse.
We mean, maybe. So
guys, we're still good. Go to sleep.
So with that, they stop fussing about your animals immediately, and then lead you animals and all in with the 2 turkeys and the 2 goats. The serving tables to the left of the cashiers are lined up with plates and cutlery, bowls and cups, some of which are bent back into shape from your fight with them yesterday, replaced or seemingly glued back together with webbing from before being wiped and sanded off. But even then, there are some new items that seem to have not been around when you were last here. Behind each one of the plate-lined tables, you see 1 or 2 zombies with equally hideous appearances and equally terrifying toothy grins, gesturing at the flatware invitingly. All of them, like the first ones you saw, are just as eyeless and grey of flesh, and just as fresh, like they've been killed immediately and animated before any rot could possibly set in. The waiter next to you gestures with a moan at the feast gear and genuflects clumsily, falling over briefly before picking himself back up and dusting himself off. Clumsily, he thereafter leads you into the dining hall proper, as you realize that there are now dozens of well-dressed zombies, where last night there were barely more than 10. Some sit at tables mimicking the actions of the diners as they numbly shove what seems to be unidentifiable chunks and slop into their mouths, chewing without swallowing before moaning gurglingly at each other, as though they were normal people talking over a nice meal. Mock zombie waiters wander around, moaning incoherently and checking on the tables for the zombie diners. You catch a zombie chef from the kitchen wandering out from the back and placing an unidentified ooze, sludge, and other chunky, slimy things and bits of rotten meat over the serving counter, each dish carried out on its own platter or bowl. Random zombie diners come to the serving counter and grab at things with various utensils to shovel them onto their plates before wandering back to their tables and then getting back up to repeat the entire process over again. On the outside corner of the administration suite within which you recall the ghost stays, you see an impromptu stage manned by 5 zombies, a zombie horn player, a zombie lute player, a zombie drummer, and a zombie playing a dulcimer. At the head of their strange undead band is a seemingly and surprisingly attractive gray eyeless female zombie wailing horrendously to the crowd. It sounds truly awful, but the zombies continue on with gusto, performing for all the others as some stand in front of the stage and sway back and forth peacefully. A few of the patrons wave to you as you pass, all of them equally gray-skinned and eyeless with sunken sockets despite looking at you directly, balding heads of thin black hair and pointed ears, all wearing good clothes, some servants' clothing and some with proper tunics and good going-out clothing. You are led to the same table you sat at yesterday, 2 tables away from the now lit hearth, which merrily cracks and puffs smoke into the flue. A zombie staffer nearby puts a log into the fire and pokes at it almost dexterously before looking at you with a hideous grin and an enthusiastic thumbs up. Those of you who truly desire to have a wisdom check, feel free to save, because it is truly horrifying. One of the spare tables has been pushed against your original accommodations to sit all 6 of you, and you notice that all of the tables and chairs have been dusted off and wiped down. In fact, everything here is fantastically clean compared to when you were fighting last night, at least as much as hundreds of thousands of years forgotten dungeon can be, though you're all now coming to the fast conclusion that it may have been neither abandoned nor forgotten. After placing the menus on the table, the waiter moans to you invitingly and gestures at your seats, genuflecting again with a touch more successfully before leaving you with your choices. The menus seem even better put together now than before, but still bear absolutely nothing coherent, even under magical examination. Pao Yu, necromancer that she is, seems positively elated at this display of otherwise organized establishment behavior by the undead and claps a bit at the full dining hall.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right.
And please allow us to go to Tailspire real quick, and we will show you what it looks like now.
Okay, so I am going to say to Oleg, should we have a chat with them?
I'm thinking, am I in the telepathic bond?
Hang on. Oleg, look up the phrase that I just asked in the website I sent you.
Just a sec.
There's a reason I sent you that link.
Yeah, just give me a sec.
Is Aldous included in the telepathic bond?
NRL, Tornur, and Pow.
Okay, so then I'm just thinking quietly to myself inside my own brain.
How terrifying!
I guess it's a good thing we didn't come in here guns blazing, because that's a lot.
Yeah, there are dozens of them now. Like, it's absolutely horrifying. They're all over the place.
So, Oleg, have a chat with.
You know what? Send it to me in DM, because the site doesn't work.
Aw. Alright.
Yeah, so we're going to... Well, we got a couple of goats that are here. Yeah.
Couple goats. Couple turkeys. Mm-hmm.
This is definitely
and all rather, pretty, little stunned for a moment, just like, oh, this is so, what if... Just one of those things of, oh, I hope this works, or we are mincemeat. Like,
there's a lot of... Well, so at least a few of you have put together at this point that it is 4 zombies to every crypt spider, and on the zombies you have seen just in passing, it means that there are at least 15 crypt spiders in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I do have a question. You have been pointing out that they are balding and have black recessed eyes.
They do not have eyes. They have recessed eye sockets that are all empty, and they have gray skin and sharp, spiky teeth. In fact, we can show you a picture of exactly what they look like. Here, we'll just send it to the general and the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because, these seem like some rather identifying things. What are these the corpses of?
Well, we just sent the picture, and the general, feel free to look at it. I
have no idea what that creature is.
Well, one thing is for sure, though, they're not nearly as undressed as in that picture, and if you can imagine, like a menu in their hand instead of an axe, they're actually quite well dressed for the, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what they look like.
Could anybody potentially... But what would you have to roll to identify what the corpse was? Because I'm pretty sure this isn't just some plain old random zombie. These seem to have come from...
Roll knowledge nature, if you have it.
I do have nature.
Okay.
Oh, and I rolled terrible.
So Oleg, what's your response to Calden's question?
Yeah, let's have a chat. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh boy. The party face, baby. Let's do this.
Oh, no, hang on. You have no idea what she actually said.
What? No, we don't.
We talked in Thieves' Cant. Unfortunately, no one else fucking knows it.
Of course.
This is like if Tornur and an RL were to make a secret plan in just Druidic.
Yes,
all right,
that
Tornur,
is exactly what we... Except this is much simpler because it was one question and an answer.
All right. One moment before that. Tornur, you and you alone know that these are Grimlocks, subterranean humans that have long since lost their eyes for lack of needing them.
Of course they are.
I guess
you're on the network. You want to share it with us?
Yeah, I'm thinking to Oleg. Oh, wonderful. Oh, well, hold on.
You are actually the universal translator for this group, Tornur.
Oh, wonderful. A whole shit ton of Grimlocks. These things are not nice. They're subterranean creatures that have lost their eyes, and on their own, they're not nice. They can take a hit, if I'm remembering correctly. They're bad news, and we've got, a dozen of these damn things in here?
Dozens. With plural, yeah.
Oh, wait a sec.
Oh.
If they have no eyes, how do they know where we are?
That is an excellent question.
All blind creatures.
They don't need eyes. They use hearing primarily.
Say again? That last part, Aldous?
Can you... First off, that was Calden. Can you zoom in on the table?
We are very zoomed in on the table. Oh, okay, sorry. No, right, sorry, our bad.
Alright.
I think
we have your two goats and your two turkeys.
Yeah. I think back to Oleg. These things don't need eyes. They can hear you. It's a kind of a blind sight kind of thing.
Undead don't need eyes.
But that's
you think
not
my
why I'm
skeletons
asking.
need eyeballs to see you?
Alright.
That's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, how do they see you? Meaning, if they use ears, then we make noises. If they use smell, then we make stenches, because they can't clearly see, because they have no fucking eyes.
Magic, says Pow.
It doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter if they were blind or not before. Now they can see just as well as any of us. They're zombies.
Okay.
That goes out to a certain range, though, don't it?
You can see as well as anybody.
Well, I will say this. These are subterranean creatures, correct?
Yeah.
So that means there's potentially a cave at the end of wherever this goes. That means... I don't know what that means. It just means
we should maybe
It means there's a hole. It means there's a hole in the back of the damn restaurant.
Yes.
Sounds
and
like
we could potentially, if we can negotiate it, we could potentially have the spiders live in the cave and act as a back entrance deterrent.
And at that moment...
Hang on, Chai.
Hang on, what are you doing? You gotta do it fast.
I have been wanting to do this since...
Okay, alright. Spit it out.
I'm going to cast Firebolt at the one So just below the goat.
You're going to start a fight.
Why?
Why? Well, yes, that one. Eseth said, let's have a chat.
Oh no.
And Thieves' Cant that's kill.
No. Why?
No.
Wow. So it is important to remember that woobling up for your firebolt is not some thing that you explode out with right away.
Yep.
So people can see you doing this.
Can Inarl try to stop him because she's right next to him? You know,
Anybody can try to reach out and slap his hands down, to be perfectly honest.
I'm the one standing next to him. I'm gonna fucking bash him in the face with a fucking shield.
No. What Inarl's gonna do is she's gonna, she's got her staff. She's gonna, bonk him on the head. Like, no, stop that. Don't do that. Bad. Like how you would stop a child from, messing with, I don't know, something at a dinner table.
So she reaches out across the table and gives you the bonk stick. You just got bonked, son. Bonked hard. Got bonked so hard, you wish you wouldn't have been bonked so hard, dog.
You know what? I kind of want to ask for an attack roll on that.
Yeah.
Women...
I got a 50-50
You're allowed
Yeah,
to.
50-50.
I'm not aiming to do damage, just, a little, no. Like a mother scolding a child.
No. Still an attack roll.
Don't you have Dispel? Counterspell or whatever?
I don't have Counterspell, I just have Dispel.
Okay.
Can druids even get Dispel? I mean, not Dispel, Counterspell.
I don't think they can.
I don't think so.
We're gonna check something.
So, I want to help too.
To keep this fool from fooling around?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to prevent him from pulling a Hender.
Calden, it does indeed seem like the general consensus outside of your personal two-man circle is that you should not catch the fellow zombie diners on fire just yet.
2 minutes.
You see Tornur looking at you wide-eyed, just shaking his head, just like, no, please, no, not here, no, not like this. Not
Pow over here making the X symbol with her arms over here on the other side, like, don't do it!
I was gonna say, what language do Inarl and Calden have in common?
Sylvan.
Inarl doesn't know Sylvan, does...
Oh, no.
Was it Elven?
Elven.
Yeah. If you know Elven, yeah.
Yeah. And Inarl, after the little, bonk, looks at him, whispers in Elven, no, not here, not in the middle of the place.
Meanwhile.
Wait a sec, there were 2 people involved.
Oh no!
But one moment will allow us to go here. Meanwhile, as you guys are arguing over who is going to kill who here, the lead singer goes into her power slide across the stage, and wails out.
Oh, jeez.
And you see, and everybody roll an active perception. Except for Tornur and Calden, you just get this automatically.
Okay.
I get advantage on those. Damn it!
That was funny as hell, dude. And Oleg, you also...
Yeah, just
roll. Okay, yeah.
My passive is 15, so if a 15 would have worked.
I was gonna say, can you not roll lower than your passive, I think?
Basically, you automatically detect passively everything you would have rolled for.
So, in RL, while you guys are all arguing at the table, you are somewhat cognizant of it until you realize that there is a a giant spider, walking towards you, like, with a little top hat and a bow tie.
Oh my god.
He's got a top hat and a bow tie,
How big is this spider?
He's like the size of a fucking person. He's like 180 pound, like big ass, medium size, like you can't share the same spot with him at the end of a round unless you want to engage in a grapple size of a spider.
Have you seen the
Aldous
spiders in
leans
Skyrim?
over
No,
to Tornur, tells him in Dwarven, calm down, calm down, calm down. Don't look around. Don't look behind you too suddenly.
Okay,
Okay, so I just want to clarify: is this like the size of a person if they were crawling, or is this like the height of a person if they were standing?
You ever seen 8-Legged Freaks?
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Think
You ever
Skyrim
seen?
spiders.
Yeah, think like Skyrim spiders.
Okay.
Yeah, like big motherfuckers that take up their own 5-foot square.
All right. I'm just making
the
sure we're
regular
not.
ones, not the giant ones.
Yeah, I'm just making sure we're not talking like a 6 foot tall spider, just 6 feet long.
Well, it's like something like that, you know. It's like it's a big fucking spider. Like
Alright.
It's about
like
as tall as a Naril.
it's like well, you know, it's definitely as tall as like one of the shorter human is
It's
like
as tall as me.
It's as tall as Tornur if you
It's
were to stand it
taller
up.
than Starwing.
Yeah. Well, very much taller, absolutely. It is a medium-sized creature. It's like 160 plus pounds. You know, like it's a big critter. Or we suppose like 70 kilograms or whatever.
This motherfucker weighs more than me.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big fucking spider, and he wears an exquisite, stylish top hat and a bow tie. You know, right below his fangs and stuff. Oh,
So we see the spider,
and at the end of each one of his legs is a little shoe.
Oh my god.
and Arl is both horrified yet finds it oddly adorable. It's
And when
wearing
he-
people clothes.
And when he comes to you, he says, Good morning. My name is Gerard. I will be your maitre d' today. You demanded to see the manager?
can I finally?
Yes.
Gee,
Sorry.
I'm going to the spider and I'm offering my hand. I want to shake his hand.
Oh my god!
Oh,
a proper.
yes.
You're gonna offer your thing. Oh, you know what? As you do, he reaches out and he takes with his little shoed front foot. Your hand go. A pleasure indeed. Does there seem to be a problem? I've heard you have concerns about the animal rules.
Oh, and Arl collects himself, caught once again in surprise. No, we just simply wish to, Okay, I gotta get my mind back together now.
No problem.
Yeah,
Because
that was a
this
lot.
has just been
I
incredible.
didn't think we were that close to the edge of reality. I'll be perfectly honest here.
The edge of reality has been reached.
Oh god,
we wish
the
to-
Looney Tune cartoon physics at the 10 on the scale.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be chasing after something, gonna run off a cliff, sit there for a moment, look down, then fall.
Alright.
Just-
Truth is lost and logic lost.
I just want to ask, Iseth, were you gonna do anything, or Olek, were you
Yes.
gonna do anything else?
Well, I'm just gonna improvise now.
Well, that's what Olex do
isn't
best.
joining you in the
So
combat. Olek isn't joining you in the
thieves.
combat, Calden.
The thief plan has changed.
It's just-
he has gone from I'm going to kill something to oh hey I want to shake the spider's hand.
this is great. We love Olex so much.
Honestly,
Olex is great. Like one of the best characters.
I'm gonna keep helping with that notebook. Olek's just going to get
oh
better.
my god, we love the notebook so much.
So
Wait. Does Olek offer to buy him a drink? Like, legitimate question! Like, actually, we're wondering, because that is in his notebook.
Well, you see, I got disrupted by everyone else, and so I was just quiet.
Fair enough.
I mean, I could have, but I was just quiet.
Please
wish
continue,
to-
Olek, please.
Okay, and Arl's gonna say we wish to potentially conduct some business with you. with you fine folk, and motions to the goats and the turkeys.
Oh!
Raises the little ostrich egg.
Oh, you're providers of good wares! Oh, my dearest apologies, we had not heard in the service entrance. Please forgive my bad manners. I'll take you back to the kitchen right away. And he starts leading you and your animals back slowly, but surely, to the kitchen, where you are led, and as he's talking, or as he's leading you there, he is saying to you, "Goodness gracious, we had not thought that we would be attracting such providers so quickly. It is all going so very fast today."
We recently moved into the area. We found these splendid halls, and we weren't quite expecting it to be filled with the undead.
Oh yes, the Temple of Genesis is home to many good servants nowadays, thanks to the opening of the door, which you know, of course, as you came in.
About that, I do happen to have the key, if that means anything to you.
Really?
And, she, takes her free hand to, show the amulet.
You have opened the door?
Yes, we opened it the other day. We even encountered the Zimwi that might have been possibly bothering your people, and maybe even the cutlery.
The rude comers, yes, we saw and have cleaned up. It was wonderful that whatever beast you brought in ate their faces off. Something the High Priestess was most thankful for.
Mm.
Do you have problem with faces?
No, but they were quite disgusting to look upon.
I imagine a Zimway face is kind of hard to look upon, especially since it's coming at you to eat you.
Their jaws like unhinge like snakes too, whatever. It would be terrifying to look upon for pretty much anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine
Did you say High Priestess?
Oh yes, the High Priestess maintains all of the rituals here. I am but her humble assistant.
Do you think we could potentially speak to the High Priestess?
Oh my goodness.
If she would allow?
You do have the door key. I will go and speak to her right away. Please, help yourself to the background here in the kitchen. We are not familiar with how to arrange these... is that a bird? Yes, we don't know how to use that, so please do instruct our chefs as you desire. And he
Thank you.
quickly skitters out through the back door, which then closes.
quickly.
Oh yes, he seems to do everything very skitteringly.
Like a spider.
Like a spider, yeah.
I thought you said he was slow at first, so that's
He was, but
on purpose.
no, he quickly goes out now.
He's got a bit of urgency now.
Pow looks around to the room and says, No, this will never do. And then puts her hair,
Pal?
takes off her hat, puts her hair back up into a ponytail, and says, "It's just not right." And then pulls her sleeves back and goes and grabs a knife and shoves it into the throat of one of the goats. And then says, "One moment, I'll get this kitchen working properly in no time." You all now remember that Pow is absolutely a chef.
Before I remembered that took me by surprise. That was, wow.
Your first thought was, oh no, she's starting an occult ritual.
Yeah,
He's about to sacrifice the goat.
Yeah, no, then you remember that her business plan is actually running a restaurant. And you're like, oh, right, she cooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's already hauling one of the goats onto the table and then standing in front of the zombie and being like, watch me. So we'll just
she's keeping them occupied and at the same time, potentially educating them for, maybe even better future use. Oh, no, wait, they only last 4 days. Never
It
mind.
only lasts 4 days, yeah. Which implies characters like Inarel would... What the fuck just happened?
Everything
Characters like-
evaporated.
Characters like Inarel would know that the spiders actually have to retrain their zombies every 4 days.
Ah.
You
So
know,
it might be better to
because...
teach the spiders.
Who knows, you know? But yeah, you're back in the kitchens. The zombies are almost without direction, just kind of chopping at bits of meat and, you know, swirling at rotten stuff. And it's all there. Everything that they're doing is, in a sense, right. The motions are being gone through, but none of it has any meaning.
They are... Yeah.
The understanding of what of how the final product is supposed to come to be is not there, it seems.
You're just doing all the steps at random for no particular dish.
Yeah, they know the steps to make a dish, but they do not have a dish to make.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, okay, so I need to cut something up, chop, chop, chop. I need to boil something. I need to burn something.
You can see that
I'll
the
be back.
salads...
Someone's at my door. Hold on.
Cool. You can see that the salads that they're making are literally just made of mixed tree leaves. and
Oh, no.
and
How did they get the tree leaves?
you're in a forest.
Back entrance.
Yeah. They talked about the service entrance already. So
On that.
yeah, so
forgot
yeah, they've got, you know, mixed tree leaf salads, and they've got the drinks that they're making appear to just be smashed up bugs and stuff, which in hindsight might make sense for a spider society.
Yeah.
And you do notice that the oven in the kitchen, one of the smaller the hearth oven or whatever in the kitchen, actually does have like crackers being made in it. Just like whole grain crackers with flour and stuff.
They've got something right.
Yeah, they have one thing that's right. Whole grain crackers and what appears to be caviar. Yeah.
Did they get the caviar from the lake?
No way to tell. At least you haven't asked yet. Are you asking?
There's no one who could answer. Well, I guess if Pao casts Speak with Dead, but...
Does not work on undead.
Oh.
Yep.
Alright then.
We checked that a couple episodes ago, actually. It was funny.
Oh. Okay then. No, I don't ask that out loud.
Okay. Alright, well, So as you're sitting there for a moment...
Should we wait for Adam to come back?
Oh, right. Oops, sorry. Our bad. Thank you for reminding us. That was our bad. What do you guys do in the meantime while you're waiting for the manager to return, the maitre d'?
Aldous is just watching,
Gerard.
taking mental notes.
It appears to everybody like this is trying to be a legitimate restaurant.
Mm-hmm. And Arnold's gonna, wait patiently by the door. She's definitely gonna be watching everything, like having one of those uncanny moments of, I've seen this kind of stuff before. I know how this kind of stuff works. It's just like I said, it's an uncanny moment of all the things are there, but it's not quite right.
It's just not right. Yeah.
I want to make a quick note, by the way, since this didn't get mentioned earlier. I did actually bring back the homunculus. It is, in fact, with me. Little MD5 is back again. Yay. Little mechanical...
Interestingly enough, the undead seem to have no problem with you bringing your familiar and your homunculus.
Duly noted.
Interesting.
Because that clearly seems to be a service animal. Now, if we can get that homunculus to appear, we cannot. Okay, well, MD5 has been devoured by the world. You guys get a couple of new owls. That'll be better than the last owls.
For all intents and purposes, MD5 is just sitting on Aldous' shoulder.
Sweet. Alright. So
I'm gonna ask Iseth what Starwing's doing.
Starwing is probably sitting on Olex's shoulder.
Olek is the tallest person here.
What is...
But that aside, that owl is smart enough to know that it has to keep an eye on that troubling.
He is smart enough to know that, it's true. Starwing is absolutely smart enough to know that. Yes.
And I guess one more thing while we're waiting for Tornur to get back.
Yep.
For anybody who may have noticed, I goofed on my character inventory. Shy was kind enough to let me fix that. I am no longer carrying around a crossbow that I am incapable of using with my shield. I have some darts in my bag now.
Excellent.
Throw those whenever I need to, if needed.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm gonna shoot a look towards Olek. Just to sort of, what are we doing?
Just gonna
Secret frickin' death conversations.
Just listening to all the zombies moaning back at each other. Watching what they're doing.
listening to the wailing coming from the stage.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment real quick to use the bathroom since we're waiting on Adam.
You could even call what you're listening to death metal. It's a real shame that Dad Bard is not going to be an opening mentor in this campaign, because the dad jokes are just like we are ready, like we're so ready.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. You now have an option for one shots. I'm just saying.
Well, that'll eventually be for your first level apprentice parties and stuff. They'll go out and do some cool shit, and that would benefit you in game. All right. So, everybody's back. We can get back to things.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yee.
So, you guys wait for a minute or so, and then Gerard comes back, and he says to you, "Thank you very much for coming. My mistress, the High Priestess, will see you now." And
Thank
then
you.
he
Please lead us away.
And then he leads you through the back door, and through the hall that you went through. And at the end of the hall, of course, there is, as you may or may not recall, an open door going right, and an open door going left. However, this time around, the hall is completely filled with various different crypt spiders walking along the walls and ceilings, going about their business and making sure that things are running smoothly, as they roll between various, what you can only now imagine are peepholes that peep through the walls so that they can silently do their commands from stealth.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
This is just Tornur thinking to himself, this is just wonderful. How could this possibly have been a bad idea? God damn.
Can so Oleg would via his mind antenna.
Oh no.
Yes.
Do I have to transmit directly to her, or can I still think privately?
No,
You
you
can
can
think
still think
privately.
privately.
Yeah, that was all in my head. I wasn't trying to transmit that out.
No, but I'm transmitting to the people who are connected to me.
Oleg is having not so private thoughts.
Not very private, no.
What is Oleg thinking right now? Because it might or may not make Tornur feel better.
Probably dial tone.
So if we're gonna kill them, we should probably close the door.
You're not
Keeps
wrong.
the zombies out.
We will keep that in mind, but let's see how this goes. They've been rather courteous so far.
But they're courteous until they bite your head off, no?
I don't think they bite heads off. I think they, if they're any
No, they definitely bite heads off. They definitely bite heads off. So, like,
Okay.
just gonna stop you right the fuck there. There is absolutely, a female might bite the head off of her male if he displeases her. So yeah, no, just like.
Aldous
Take a step
asks
back.
Renarl and Sylvan, how you guys feeling so far? I don't have Elvin. Sorry.
I thought you did.
You said that you were gonna ask Inarl in Sylvan. You have Sylvan, Inarl doesn't.
Yes, that's what we
No,
just
no.
up.
You said you didn't have Elven.
Yeah,
You
but
mixed
an
it
Arl
up.
has Elven.
There were misspeakings happened. Regardless, one way or the other, you can all eventually get your point across to each other through your weird little psychic or mystery language verbal telephone system.
I'm gonna need to draw a graph just for this psychic link shit.
We were telling you gotta draw like a big old spreadsheet or whatever with the X's and the O's,
yeah.
I was gonna say for the mental thing, what you could do is put Olek in the center, and then just have everybody else in a circle around him.
So,
And draw lines between.
Are we good to do our little forward thing? Do people need to do stuff?
I'm as good as I'm going to be.
All right. So as you're led back to the rear hall, seeing no less than a dozen crypt spiders walking around doing their thing, staring through peepholes and making all of the zombies do whatever they're supposed to do, you're wandered in through the web room, and then find yourself invited in, and you hear from inside a feminine voice. Please come in.
The web room.
The room
It's the
that is
web-
full of webs.
Yes.
Pardon the mess, it's more comfortable for the clergy back here this way.
That is quite all right. And Arl, reaches to her backpack, gets the broom off of it, and she's gonna, she's gonna go ahead and ride the broom over the webbing on the floor to, hover above the ground. That way she doesn't get caught, hopefully.
We are going to roll a quick.
Should I roll something?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Thank you. So what do other people do to manage the webs, or do you just walk through them? Because, you could do that too.
Let's see here. Shit.
Not gonna lie, Seth. I was hoping you were gonna sweep when you mentioned a broom.
It's a broom of flying. I don't know if it can actually... I mean, yeah,
It's
I
a
guess-
broom, it can
It's a
sweep.
I mean, would it even help with the webs?
Making a path would definitely
You can-
help us.
You can always try to sweep with the broom. You can always try.
All right, I guess you can try that first. Then again, she's carrying the ostrich egg, so
That's true.
sweeping's kind of hard to do one-handed, while moving a broom around to sit on is a little easier.
Give me a really weird question.
Okay.
Could we shovel the web out of the way in a path?
Or could we just cut it? I've got a dagger.
That'd be a good idea to ask permission.
probably.
Alright, well, Colden pulls a shovel out of his bag of holding.
Wait!
Whoa, we have a wait here. Okay.
Before anyone does anything else, Oleg just walks over it and rushes straight to this person.
So, Oleg, do you have any magical or special abilities that keep rough terrain from affecting you? But first and foremost, let's just,
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but
So-
I can check.
No.
Does she have mobile?
No.
No? Then no.
So,
Darn it.
Though she can maintain 30 feet
Ye-
around.
well, no, we're seeing how this works specifically. Alright. Each creature... Alright, make a dexterity saving throw. As you wander into the webs.
Olek is good at those, at least.
Oh,
He is very good at
Oh no!
Oleg critically fails. He takes a step into it. He gets 2 feet into the webs, and then he just stops. And he's all up in the webs there. And you hear, "Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. Allow me to take care of that." And a 370-pound spider walks out of the webways and comes over to fret gently at Oleg and tear the webs off of him. Again, this is twice the size at least of the Gerard.
Oh, jeez.
Goodness, I wasn't expecting guests so early, and you've brought such a nice offering too. What seems to be the problem otherwise?
All right,
Come on, Seth, this was your idea.
I know. I'm working on it. Let me get a drink.
And it's, by the way, she's speaking in common, by the way.
Alright.
This giant 8-eyed, human-sized, 300-plus pound, giant-fanged spider.
Yeah. Oh, man. And Gnarl is just having quite the morning. Just, a shock at every turn. Just a little... Gotta re-get herself together. Shit.
As she floats.
Yeah, as she, floats on the broom, giant-ass spider comes crawling through the webbing, freeing one of her companions. It's one of those just like, how
have our animals reacted? Like,
well, your animals are being slaughtered in the kitchen by Pal, who is not
fair
there.
enough.
Yeah, the animals are already being processed.
Yes.
Okay, so, Gnarl, and hopefully me, collects himself. I was hoping we could potentially... Damn it. Okay, so... yeah. Yeah.
Can I?
I've got it.
All I was gonna say is, if you can't put your words together, just do what I do and narrate like the summary of what you're trying to say, because that's vaguely helped me before.
True. And Gnarl's like, she. She places the ostrich egg on her lap because I just remembered. Oh, hey, yeah, she's probably holding the broom with the other hand. So
yeah.
And she gently holds the key amulet out and asks, not asks, I'm tired. Okay, so I am going to I am going to share this with you guys real quick, because I did actually have like a meme in my head for this. The situation has definitely gone a lot differently than I thought it would be going. In my mind, I had imagined Gnarl walking in through the door, going, "Spider Queen, I wish to bargain." This is obviously not happen. This is obviously not how it's happened, but like I said, I just wanted to get that out of my head so I could have space up there.
Spider Queen, I've come to bargain.
Spider Queen, I've come to bargain. But yeah.
Spider
I wish to speak of the ownership of this establishment. I have inherited a time back. I have inherited the key to this place, and
the key.
Yes, you can speak with. Well, I guess you could probably ask the zombies out front that we were able to open and unlock the door and get in, even though it was locked. If you would prefer.
She, as you say that, she frantically tugs at a couple of strings on the ground that you don't know where they go, but she clearly does.
If you would wish for a demonstration, I could show you that this does indeed work on the front door.
Yes, of course. Let us go immediately. Are you saying that? What could you be saying here? As she wanders out with you through the kitchen and the hall.
I was hoping.
Hang on, I was initially. Is Oleg still stuck in the webs?
Oleg has been freed from the webs during this brief conversation. Yes.
Can Oleg shake hands with that other spider?
Oh my god!
Yes, absolutely. As you reach out to try to shake hands, she takes in her little claw, because she's not wearing shoes at this point. She takes your hand in her little claw and goes, "Oh, charmed, I'm sure."
Oh no. My initial so as they are going, Gnarl explains, her initial plan was, to potentially claim ownership of the place.
Are you saying this directly to the spider?
Yes. But seeing as someone else has already is setting up shop here and all that, she is also willing to just, negotiate, something of mutual benefit between the two groups. Because she's not...
Wait, are you trying to say you're taking up new management?
Potentially. If...
And you're trying to open for business?
Yes, we could potentially open for business.
And her pace continues to speed up as she leads you to the door, and she sees that the door is open and pauses briefly. Oh goodness, well, this is quite an event. Please, show as you will.
Can I just butt in here real quick?
Please do.
Calden is gonna be waiting by the second door, the one that leads from the kitchen to the hallway.
Okay.
And I will
He's
be
gonna hang
close
way
by.
back.
Starring will be
Okay.
close by.
Alright.
Joy. the rogues have gone unmonitored.
No, especially
exactly
Oleg.
what's up.
Oleg is gonna try to take out his booklet and chat with the spider.
Oh!
So, hang on, so Oleg's going with the spider, right?
Well, he's not going anywhere because the spider's not going anywhere. He just got freed and he doesn't want to move because there's a spider web anywhere. But he just shakes the hand off the spider.
The high priestess has left with them to the door. There are more spiders around. They're all over the place. They're going about their business, so you can talk to any one of them.
Yeah, but the one that took Oleg out. That was not the high priestess.
So the high priestess was the one who took Oleg out.
Okay.
But you can also talk to Gerard. He's right there.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think that's who he was wanting to talk to, Gerard.
Yeah.
Gerard. Okay, what do you want to talk to Gerard with?
Wait,
Are you gonna give
taking the booklet out.
Alright, as you do. Obviously.
Got it. Alright, so
The how to talk to people.
hi, I'm new. Can I offer you a drink? And how do you find the local area? Also, how did you meet all these nice people that kind of have no eyes?
Oh, me?
He asks, sheepishly.
Yes?
Oh,
Am I saying
well,
something weird?
No, of course not. No, you're a customer, and the customer is always right. My name is Gerard, and I am on duty right now, but maybe later, if the mistress allows me my time.
Sounds good.
I love the local area. This place is the Temple of Genesis for our people, where we first came from during the dream time, before we ensnared thought in our webs.
Ooh, I do quite like the religious undertones of this.
Out of curiosity, where is that conversation happening?
I picked the wrong time to zone
Back
out.
wherever Oleg is, probably nearer to you.
Oh no.
I was looking for memes. What did I miss?
Oleg has started a conversation with Gerard, the maitre d'.
Oleg has remained behind.
You said you were remaining behind too, so
I am on. So
the party is kind of spread out in a chain right now.
I said that I was gonna stay at the door that leads from the kitchen to the hallway.
Yeah, so down the hall from where Oleg is.
Well, the other side of it, in the kitchen. But
The kitchen side of the hall. While Oleg's at the web room side of the hall.
Yes. Alright, so we all good? We all good for now?
Where am I at? I can't see anyone.
You're wherever the hell you want to be.
You could either...
Although the matron priestess lady is back here by the door, so you're all basically back here by the door with her, unless otherwise spoken.
Okay,
To check on if the key actually works.
Can I ask Gerard to give me a show around of the place?
Well, I suppose so, but I am not allowed to enter many of the places here.
It's such a nice place. I would really love to see what for a wonderful thing you have going here.
Oh, it is quite wonderful after all, isn't it? Oh, well,
Definitely.
I don't know. Roll a diplomacy check or something really quick. Go ahead.
Diplomacy
What is
is
it?
one of the skills.
Charisma?
Persuasion.
Persuasion, yeah, that's the one.
Alright, just give me a sec.
You are trying to convince him to give you the tour.
Oh, jeez.
And he goes, well, I suppose it couldn't be too bad just for a quick tour.
That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
And then he'll of course start by showing you where the clergy's chamber is, which is the web room.
Yeah.
And then he says, and this is the Hall of Plenty that we stand in right now, which leads to the clergy's chamber and to the Hall of Proprietors, which I am forbidden to go down. Only the High Priestess may enter. And then at the end of the hall, near the kitchen door as you came in through, we have the glowing hotel room. Property and place only for the proprietors, of course. And then the main dining room and the kitchens, obviously, followed by the administration chamber off of the main dining room, as you may or may not have seen going, and there is a loud ghost inside of there, so it is sometimes we stay away from that, or so the High Priestess has stated.
Is the ghost giving you trouble?
She wails regularly about her ledgers, but we assume that once the proprietors return, they will retrieve those, and all will go well with the return of the great prophet.
Well, that took a turn.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Does Oleg know enough to, or is smart enough to ask about the prophet?
Or the proprietors?
Yeah. So who is this prophet and who are these proprietors? Actually, the proprietors is not really a thing because they pretend like they are proprietors themselves right now. But the prophet?
He gives you a strange look, as strange as Spider-Gun. Well, the great prophet comes when the proprietors return. Once upon a time, during the dream time, the proprietors managed these very halls, the halls of the Temple of Genesis, you see, before the people had thought, and when the great prophet was with them, many flies would fly through the air and slick juices on the ground to be lapped up, and the broth flowed like water. And now we carry out the rituals in hopes that the great proprietors will return, and with them they shall bring the great prophet, and the people shall rejoice.
Is Olek relaying all of this to us?
He's
Yeah.
speaking it in common, so yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah.
can relay it if you want.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
The dream time.
The dream time, yes.
Thank you so much for your tour. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it is always such a wonder to talk about the mythologies and the theologies.
That sounds like magic.
I mean, clerics.
It's religion. It's obviously his they're talking about their religion.
I'm making an Olek joke.
Yeah. Sounds like fucking magic. Sounds like magic. Oh man.
Interesting story. Smells like magic.
Smells like
But-
magic.
Perhaps that drink later. Perhaps that drink later, if I can find the time, perhaps.
Very, very good. Yes, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Enjoy your time.
Thanks very much. I'm having a look at my Grimishka to see if it's calm.
There have been no spells cast in the local area that you can see.
Right.
Not that it jiggles at, you know.
Good. No jiggling. So we're all good.
jiggling.
I'm all good.
No.
Yeah, I just talked to the spider. I'm not going crazy. I didn't get any kind of weird, spell over me.
He
Grimishka's
was
calm.
very
Everything is
polite.
good.
Yeah, no, he was very polite. He's seemed a little surprised actually to be asked about it. And
Well, the booklet says very clearly that you should not judge people without, knowing them.
it's true. His notebook says that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just make that like open, like
You want me to open it up?
accessible. Accessible to everyone, because
Okay.
otherwise people don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
At one point during the trip, Oleg was like, "Here," and just handed out copies of the notebook, like,
No, not
you
really.
know, seeing our... Okay.
No, more like,
Shows what he's been doing.
everyone sees him constantly look into the notebook. But it's not like it's like a secret or something, so people probably just went and asked, let me read what the hell is written in there, because who the hell knows, right?
We did spend months together, technically.
Yeah.
So
The handout
while-
is now open under the EZETH tab for anybody who wants to read this glorious work of art.
It's beautiful. It's
It
truly
is.
beautiful.
It is Pigden. It is entirely Pigden.
Yeah. So
You could tell which notes are written by Oleg and which ones were written by his girlfriend.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're brought, the people who are not Oleg and called in are brought to the door, and the door is closed, and she asks you, please lock it and activate the alarm.
Alright. And Arl, takes the amulet, goes up to the door, presses the amulet to the door, and I imagine they hear, a click as it locks, right?
It clicks, and then a small glowing light covers the door, which you know to be the alarm color.
The alarm spell.
Well, that the door is now alarmed, yes.
Yeah. Then she steps back.
And then she touches it, and the horrifying, horrible goes on, breaking through the common room and stopping all of the singers. The spider priestess clinks back and says, "All right, good, turn it off, please!"
She goes up to the door, presses the amulet to the door again.
The alarm stops, the door unlocks. Well, this is very convincing, certainly. But do you have any other evidence, perhaps, to show your claim to this location?
Oh, shit.
Remind me, are you linked up with Oleg right now, psychically?
Yes, and Arl is in the group call.
Okay. Remember the letter.
There is a letter my ancestors had received a while back.
A letter?
Yes, from the previous owner. Do we have that letter written down anywhere? Because I am...
It's the one talking about the door alarm, right?
You should.
I know that.
You should just hand it to her because it's in the ancient tongue.
True.
Just saying, you have a letter written in the language of the
The
friars.
Yeah, so I'll give her the letter.
She'll see the letter and say, "Oh, goodness, this does indeed appear to be of the ancient writ. I can barely read much of it, but it does seem to be a family member. What is a cousin? No,
Distant
no
family.
matter.
Distant family.
No matter.
David.
Are you looking for something specific in these halls?" This would absolutely be the time to bring up your relation with that ghost. There is enough wisdom in this party to go on for that. So go ahead.
Well, the other day when we came in the night before, we did meet with a ghost that was looking for their ledgers, and we were hoping to help them with that as well. This was before we knew of your presence here.
Oh, goodness. Right. And the ghost... sorry, we were distracted by somebody's meme in the side there. God damn it, Aldous. Right, so you mentioned the ghost, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, the ghost, the wailing one in the administration chambers. Oh, she will not be quiet. You said you were connected with her?
Yes, we would like to help her to find her ledgers. This will calm her wailing.
The ledgers? Only the proprietors are allowed to have the ledgers, but you say you're here for new management. Are you saying that there will be a grand reopening?
There could be, yes.
She gasps. Yes, of course, please, come to the administration chamber, quickly. We shall see if there is truth to this. As she leads you on toward the chamber. Calden, you're clued in on this to a degree, right? This is relaying to you, right?
No.
Somehow?
I am not in the... I'm not in the mental
You're
group
not
chat.
in the group chat.
But Oleg could be, updating him.
Yeah, Oleg's in the area now, technically. He's not talking to... What are you doing, Oleg? Are you hanging with Calden?
Sure.
Oleg would have been gone for a minute while this was happening, so probably would have been coming back right about now.
Yeah, coming back. So, Oleg, you know right about now, as you rejoin Calden after your brief but pleasant conversation with Gerard, that they're going into the ghost chamber, and the one who had talked to the ghost earlier was Calden, mainly.
I will, relay the intuitive scan to him.
Yeah. So, Calden, you might want to get in on that, if you want to be represented and recognized. Logically speaking.
Time for them player abilities to shine, am I right?
Alright.
Part of me just wants to sit here and wait.
We'll do what you do,
You know what? I'm gonna stay here.
Calden just stays there.
Hey, wait, do we have any cards? Do we have any cards in the bag? Probably not.
Of all the things that I threw into that bag, hearts was not one of them.
Aww.
Sorry,
I came prepared for a great many things. Entertainment was not one.
dog. No cards.
And there is a reason I'm staying at this door. Just saying, there is a very specific reason, and if it comes up, it's going to be amazing.
So,
wait a sec. I know I didn't have that before in the bag, but can I just add something to write with?
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
okay.
No problem.
I just relate that. I just assume it's there.
Aldous, you are armored up, we assume?
Yeah, I armored up and activated my defensive field before we showed up.
Alright.
So he's been in armor this whole time, so they probably think he's like a warforged or something.
And you've spoken in Elven to her at one point, and it's been established that she does understand that.
That's what I spoke to her with last time, and I believe Inara was there, so yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you go in, she's floating around, wailing, doing ghostly things, and she turns and looks, "Have you found my ledgers yet? Oh!"
Aldous gestures to whoever else speaks Elven.
Then Inarl steps forward and we have not found it yet, but we are making progress. We have gotten... And speaks in Elven, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Just wanted to quickly clarify that since... Huh?
Of which the spider just kind of looks at you. And,
yeah.
What the fuck's going on? She clearly doesn't understand.
I'm speaking the same language as the ghost, maybe, potentially.
Now that if you tell the ghost to speak in Elven, she will speak in Elven, yes.
Okay, so I guess then she'd start the conversation with, "Could we please speak in the Elven tongue, then?"
And then she immediately switches to Elven and goes, "Yes, absolutely! I know 17 different languages, please!"
Jeez.
Common is just not one of them. Oh, we don't know. We're just making this shit up as we go.
Well, I mean, we know Ancient is one. And Elven.
Yeah, Ancient and Elven.
Yeah. But yeah. She explains to the ghost that we are making progress on, finding her ledgers. We are progressing through the establishment.
The spider priestess turns to her and goes, "Are they really being honest? Are they honestly looking for your ledgers?" And the ghost screams out in the ancient tongue, which none of you understands, for a little bit at her. And then the spider priestess seems cowed for a moment and goes, I see. What needs to be done, then?"
Oh, well,
she says onto the party.
Okay.
As they close the wailing ghost back in and leave her in the stream chamber.
Well, to be honest,
Well,
we're not really sure where to start with finding
if we're
ledgers.
gonna find these ledgers, we're gonna have to have pretty unrestricted access to the entire establishment. We're gonna have to be able to look around quite a bit.
Yes, we have already checked this room, the
Hang on.
entryway, and the kitchen. We have yet to find the ledgers in any
Out
of the
of-
rooms we have gotten
Out of
to.
character,
So,
I just want to point
Out
out
of character.
that she mentioned that only the proprietors were allowed to have the ledgers. They might know where it is.
The proprietors. Yes.
yes.
She also
Could we
mentioned that
speak
it
with
wasn't in the house.
proprietors?
No, whoa, wait. So you've already said you're coming in for a change of new management, right?
Right.
Alright. So, and you've said that you've inherited this land, this place,
What exactly is the
Yes.
ruse you have told thus
and
far?
you're trying to go for a grand reopening.
Yes, but we need to get to the ledgers first.
Of course! Please, there are many rooms back in the Hall of Proprietors. There the ledgers will certainly be.
Thank you.
It has been so long since the proprietors were last here. Oh, a wonder for the grand reopening. Oh, I cannot say how happy I am to see you. Please, my name is High Priestess Yarn Spinner.
Love it.
No, we're actually gonna say that because that one's actually already trademarked, I think. Sorry. My name is High Priestess Shadow Weaver. Sure, that's a good one. Let's go with that.
Beautiful.
High Priestess Shadow Weaver. There you go. Boom. Done. That's canon. Until we give her a better name or she takes a different name or whatever. Yeah.
No.
High Priestess Shadow
No.
Weaver.
Keep that one. That's perfect. I believe in Wrath of the Lich King or Burning Crusade, World of Warcraft, Shadow Weave was one of the priest sets. Either that or the Warlocks. I'm not sure. It's perfect. Keep it.
Okay, sure. High Priestess Shadow Weave. So High Priestess Shadow Weave brings you back into the halls, and now we can actually present this.
Beautiful. We can see the
So
last
you're
of
brought
your-
back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 doors. The one at the far end is a double door.
Double door looks promising.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go check that double door for a trap.
Okay, no, that's perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable. You are entitled to an investigation check. So is Olek, by the way. Now that the party is now walking past you and going to the Hall of the Proprietors.
Investigation.
Oof.
That is a big oof. What about you, Olek? Are you going to investigate?
Just a sec.
I have proficiency too.
You are perfectly allowed, although Olek has found that there is, as it so happens, a fire trap on the inside of the door.
Ooh.
If the door is opened without the trap being properly disarmed, everything in the room will burn.
So,
Wait a sec.
Yeah.
I'm actually telling that to the others.
You know that. Are you telling that to the others?
you could...
Are you gonna tell that to Calden?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell it to Calden.
Because Calden thinks the door is totally safe and fine.
Yeah, but in
More importantly, Calden can throw his familiar through the door.
but that aside, but I'm gonna say
Or, you know, Anarl has the spell magic. Oleg has seen Anarl make the cutlery swarms come to a stop.
Is it a magic trap? Or is it a regular trap?
It is a magic trap.
Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah, no, we didn't say that, but it is a magic trap, yes.
maybe since it is a magic trap, I'm gonna point it out, relay it mentally, and I'm gonna step nicely back. Very far back.
Calm
Right,
the shooter
okay,
into your
okay.
head on your hip.
Alright.
So, knowing this, and Anarl was going to check, the first door there, because it's like, well, might as well start with the first door, but, receiving this information, she's gonna, go down there to, help deal with that. So...
Alright.
Does spell magic require line of sight?
That is a good question. Let me check. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on target for each spell above 4th. make an ability check.
Okay. The trap is on the door, and this is one object that is magical.
Okay.
Because the door is. So we're just gonna let this one go. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a little bit of searching later, but for now, roll with it. Just roll with it.
All right. So yeah, I guess Inaro will use dispel magic on the door.
All right.
So creepy how they use magic to dispel magic.
Use a spellcasting ability check.
Roll like your wisdom save because it'll have wisdom and proficiency.
Yeah.
All right. Not that page button. Oh, I clicked it, didn't see anything happen. I was like, oh shit, where did I mess up? Is my internet dying? No, I need to hit, submit a normal roll.
Yeah, normal. The dispel goes off. You are free to check out if it worked and another investigation, Oleg.
Okay.
As you seem to be the best one in action here.
Wait, can I do another one?
We can all do... You can do anything you want.
I put all of my points into intelligence. I'm gonna give this a shot. God damn.
Shy,
Nice.
you specified Oleg, that's why I'm asking.
Sure, you can do it too, as we said.
God fucking damn it!
Where's Flash of Genius when you need it?
Oleg, you do not believe that the enchantment is on the door anymore.
Okay. Guys, I think it's safe.
You think?
Who's gonna open up the door first?
Hang on, you think?
I feel no magic and my Gramishka is not wiggling, it's fine.
Okay, everyone back up. And, Calden is going to back away from the door 30 feet down the hallway. And use Mage Hand to open that door.
Reasonable. The door opens, and no fiery death.
Told you.
As you walk in, you find a relaxation chamber, which may or may not have had some furniture in it, but there are some rugs still remaining. And just beyond that is another double doorway.
Traps.
Go ahead. Roll your investigation.
There we go.
Alright. It is locked. It does not appear to be trapped.
Huh. Well,
Alright.
Then we are going to
I was gonna say, let's try the
try
amulet
and unlock
first.
this.
Or not.
Calden is easily able to pick his way through it. And
That's
it opens up into a chamber full of beds with 2 desks at the very end. The beds look like they have been entirely untouched by the test of time. Same with the desks, which have drawers in them, by the way.
Anything in them?
I guess we better check.
Are you checking the drawers?
I'm checking the drawers.
You're just going and opening them right up?
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, jeez.
Who has the highest perception in this party?
Do for
Passive perception.
That's
familiar.
me and Tornur have 20.
Okay, assuming that you're both in there, Tornur and Calden, you absolutely see there's a little string attached to one of the drawers. As your party member is going for it.
Can I dive out the door?
You may?
Not even gonna stop him. I've got a passive wisdom perception of 18. Does that help any?
No.
Okay.
Tornur, you are this guy's last hope here. Do you want to call out or whatever? Tornur?
Did we lose them?
Data's running dry. Had to stop watching the stream. Still here, though. Oh, jeez. Can we just assume that Tornur doesn't let you get exploded?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So Tornur calls out last moment, and you do not pull the thingy.
Aldous looks around for the trap.
The Tornur can point out to you now the trap. You will also notice that Calden absolutely leaped out without telling anybody. He just dipped. He was just like, whoop, and jumped out of the way.
Aldous leans over the doorway. Thanks, buddy. And just returns. He grabs out his tinker tools and wants to also disarm. Or thieves' tools, sorry.
All right, best person. Who's gonna take this? It's gotta be one guy. You're talking about a trap here.
Oh, you're right.
Okay,
well,
what do you
hang
roll
on.
for that?
That's gonna be Thieves' Tools.
It's gonna be Thieves' Tools, yeah.
Alright, just give me a sec.
So
who's going...
Just gonna point out, Calden has the highest bonus. But oh my
god. We were literally just saying numerous times who's going to be the one to do it, and Olek over here is like,
Do it.
I'm not going to answer this question at all. I am going to run straight into it as everybody is discussing. And as you do, Olek, you must roll a reflex save. Or dexterity save. Dexterity save.
Yep. Don't want to confuse the 5e baby.
You're right.
17.
You take 7 damage as some radiant effect blows up in your face while you pull the drawer open. It throws you back into the it throws you back across the room into the other desk, which then promptly launches you into the ceiling for...
Oh, this is a Looney Tunes episode.
For 23 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, no.
And then you hit the ground, and it hurts a lot.
Olek, are you okay?
Hang on, wasn't it a 30-foot ceiling?
Oh, right. You're correct.
Oh, no.
And then you take 9 more damage from landing after falling 30 feet.
I don't suppose there's a chance for an acrobatics check there to reduce some of this.
No, not this time around. But you would be delighted to know that the drawer that was unceremoniously pulled straight out as the desk shot Olek back against the far wall before he went into a giant spring trap is that there is a large, thick-looking book ledger in the drawer. Congratulations, Olek. Your sacrifice was not for nothing.
So, Olek, that was a total of 39 damage in total. Oh, looks like you got it.
Sorry, I had to walk away for a minute. I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back. You missed stuff.
Yeah, okay, so you found a trap, and then Olek went to take care of that trap, which sprung that trap, which knocked Olek into a different trap, which launched Olek into the ceiling, and then Olek fell 30 feet back.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yeah, and this was after a locked door and another trap that would have burned everything in that room.
Olek got pinballed?
Yeah, he got totally pinballed, yeah. But he found the ledgers.
Walked over and cast Cure Wounds on Olek.
Yeah. And Arl's gonna go over and, get the ledgers since, she's kind of the one that said, yeah.
New management here.
I'm the one with the amulet. I'm here doing the management stuff. I'll take the ledgers.
That trap combo would have nearly downed me.
That trap combo is an extremely deadly trap combo that we got from a trap-oriented channel.
I'm kind of glad that I dived out of the way.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, and instead of helping when Calden saw the tripwire, he didn't help. He just leaped out of the way, so it was up to Tornur to be like, "Hey, that's a trap." So we just assumed that you would because you're cooler than Calden about that kind of thing.
I'm gonna dump a Cure Wounds into Olek myself.
Excellent. Poor Olek really took one for the team right there for those ledgers.
This is a damn good dungeon delving experience right here.
We're glad, thank you.
As I was gonna say, as an Arl, like I said, she got the ledgers as she's, going by Olek, she's also gonna do Cure Wounds.
People are absolutely being super cool.
That looked like it hurt.
Oh, everybody is just putting their hands all over Olek, like, here, it's okay, it's okay.
Just like, you're gonna be fine, pat, pat, pat.
This has been great. This has been a great Olek experience. We love it.
Looks like that hurt like hell. God damn, what the... Who the fuck built this place?
Fortunately, however, his sacrifice was not for naught. You found the ledgers. They were in that trapped thing. So, you can now take the ledgers out to the spider priestess.
So, can I just point out that in that one turn, Oleg moved 90 feet.
Yep. Yep, entirely by trap.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like 30 feet across the room, 30 feet up, and then 30 feet back down.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's some monk shit right there. God
Didn't
I
even have to
never been
spend.
as quick as now.
Actually, no. You can move no, that is not true. You can move that fast normally on a turn.
Cause you're a rogue, yeah.
Rogues be Rogan.
It just doesn't usually hurt that much.
It seldom hurts that much, yeah. Like you've never moved that fast and hurt that much. Like
Yeah.
oh, so no, this is amazing. By the way, the bottom one was the trapped one, and it launched you across to the top one, and then launched you up against the ceiling and then back down. So
You want to know something funnier? Only that
Sure.
one was trapped. That was the one I would have went for.
No, for trap.
it's hilarious. So you have the ledgers now, you have the door key now,
Mm-hmm.
and you can probably finish your mission for the ghost, the spooky ghost, as well as present the ledgers, of course, to the high priestess.
Yeah, we will. Inara will, go out, show the high priestess that she has found the ledgers, and that she will now, she will now show it, to the ghost to hopefully calm the wailing spirit.
She seems a bit fascinated that the first room that you went into seems to be the exact one that you needed to go to, but she slowly leads you back out. Back through the area, through the zombies, to the administration chamber, to the ghost. And the ghost sees in your arms the oversized ledgers that are about 20 pounds, by the way.
Yeah.
So, like, literally half of an Arl's weight or whatever. And upon seeing that, rejoices and goes, "Oh, you've brought my ledgers! Oh, thank you so much! This place cannot run without it! I couldn't live without my ledgers!"
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So we're in the animatic, one of the characters just suddenly gets a really angry face all of a sudden, like, way. And then she immediately takes her ledgers and goes to one of the tables and slams it down and opens it up and promptly starts going to writing in her ledgers. and then the spider walks up to her and chitters something horrific in the old tongue or whatever, and then the elven ghost says something back in the old tongue to her, and she turns to you, and we have rolled a thing, by the way, for her wisdom save, and she turns to you and says, "Truly, you are the proprietors! Come back to bring the grand reopening! The day of greatness has come! Thank you so much! We must write a contract for this very thing!
That sounds like...
Oh, go on.
I was going to say, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Wonderful, wonderful, please. And now that the administrator is available, we might use her services to write the mighty contracts. Huh?
Sounds excellent.
Sounds excellent. Sounds like a great idea.
Can Oleg
Wonderful.
sneak out?
Yes, you can definitely do your best to sneak out there, Oleg.
Yeah.
Just limp your way out.
To be fair, you guys hit me up, pretty decently. So
You got fucked, Oleg, dude. You got fucked. But still, yeah, you got healed up too. So, as the administrator comes to you, she says, "Wonderful, and who will be doing the negotiations today?"
That would be me, ma'am.
Oh, lovely, the long-eared one. I've never seen one of your own kind. Do you taste good?
And Inara was briefly taken back by this. Like, she knows of the whole eating rabbits thing, but she's never been asked... She's always been asked, what do you think about people eating rabbits? She's never been asked if she was tasty. She's like, she takes a moment to, have to recompose herself. I do not imagine so.
Oh, what a shame.
I will be honest, I have not tried the meat of my own people.
Oh, of course. Well, perhaps one day you will learn to be more civil, of course. What do you do? What do you do when your males displease you?
Oh, that's actually a good question. Because it is one of those things where, like...
What do you do when your males displease you?
Please, tell us the lore of your people on the spot. It is your turn to DM your people.
Oh, yes.
Typically, it would depend on the offense. If discussions do not end well, males are typically made to leave our home.
You
They
cut
are
off their heads?
No, we do not. We find that even though males do no longer serve us personally, they do still serve the community at whole better alive than dead.
You must have a considerably lesser breeding population, I imagine, then.
You would be surprised.
She says to the rabbit. Oh, all right, well, of course, for this sort of thing there must be a proper equal exchange. Perhaps regular shipments of food and access to your dead. These would be much necessary for our continuation.
This is acceptable. We will be happy
Hang
to.
on.
Hold on. Aldous chimes in. In our culture,
Oleg just disappeared.
Oh. That'll give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Cause hold
You
on
just
a
see
minute.
Tornur listening to all of this, just blinking. Like,
Oh,
in shock. I came here to do one
Are you
thing.
Esaf, what's wrong?
Oh, Oleg's back. You good?
Yeah.
You said something earlier and we didn't catch you. We were in the moment. Sorry. Go on.
Is that me?
Oleg. Oleg.
Oh, alright.
Wait, what? No, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear you.
Alright. No, I just had to switch because I got kicked out.
Oh, okay. And everything's good? Nothing you needed to say for Oleg? You said Oleg snuck out, so...
No, it's just I got kicked out and I'm just gonna come back in. And
Okay.
So in case the connection drops, just give me a few seconds, I'll just come back in.
No problem.
No problem.
Yeah, definitely.
Aldous chimes in. Typically in our cultures, the individuals determine what to do with their bodies once they've passed away. That would be up to them. We can't speak for them.
This is true. I will talk with our people and see who is willing and who is not.
I'm terribly afraid it is simply nothing that can be debated. Our people require the bodies of undead humanoids to reproduce. It would be a most close and official representation of our companionship as societies. And with the return of the proprietors, we simply must make our numbers as grand as possible to prepare for the coming of the grand reopening. Do, of course, your funerals and remembrance ceremonies as you like. But after that, we simply must require absolute tribute for the reproduction of our servants and for the proprietors. Yourselves, of course.
Of course. I cannot speak for the people of my companions, but my people, as long as we are allowed to do the proper rituals and stuff, if a body may be used for something, we can let it be used. Typically, we would bury them in a great pile to, enrich the soil. But
I'd make them into skeletons, says Pow, rolling her eyes.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I'd make them into skeletons.
And points a thumb back at Pow and says, She can animate corpses, but so I imagine she would like to hang on to any her people produce.
A fellow puppeteer with proper servants, I see. Oh, goodness.
I'm just gonna point out, Seth, Pow probably could use the skeletons after the spiders do. I imagine that the spiders wouldn't actually get rid of the skeletons. In fact, it might be cleaner.
Yeah, that depends. I mean, I guess it depends on how, crypt spider, release happens. Do they just explode, destroying the body, or do they come crawling out and, just
Like
leave
a
a
shell.
mangled hulk?
We hadn't thought that deeply about the details. We'll get back to you on that one.
Let
get back to you on that
necromantic
one.
economics be handled by the DM.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Although you'll all notice that Pow seems a bit disapproving of the whole entire thing. Weirdly, because she's the necromancer.
Aldous would step aside to ask Powell what's up.
It's all so inefficient. Not to mention it just doesn't really match with my idea of how undeath should work. The undead are supposed to be there to preserve our time with our loved ones, and they only have a 4-day lifespan.
And Arl looks to the High Priestess and asks, actually, here's the thing. I was about to ask the very question we just asked of, hey, what happens when the spiders come out of the corpse?
Oh my god. Okay, well.
I'm sorry, but
hands down in public. Okay, here we go.
I had to put you on spot because of Pal.
Alright. Well, here we're just gonna roll a d4, see how this works out for us. The skeleton is left entirely intact as the young flood out from the holes in the flesh.
And I imagine feast on the flesh as their first meal.
Yes. Yeah.
Quite
Then,
as it so happens, the skeleton is required through the entire process to, keep them upright and such.
yeah, but once they're done with it, they don't eat the skeleton.
No, they don't eat meat, so it's cool. Well, they don't eat bone, so yeah, no, they're good.
So then, when your young have hatched, you could bring the skeletons to our local puppeteer, as you said, so that she may get use out of them.
Roll a persuasion check.
I almost clicked perception. Ooh.
Anybody is more than allowed to help here, by the way. You have some advantage?
Charisma.
Oleg's out right now, unless Oleg is back here.
I only have intimidation. I don't have anything nice.
But I snuck out. I snuck away.
Yeah, Oleg snuck out.
Anyone?
How?
Literally any help?
Nope.
Literally any. One moment. Let's see if Pow can be your emergency boyo here.
I have a whopping +0 to persuasion.
I need to point out of character, hopefully this does not affect the DC of this. Problem, the concern was mainly over reproduction. Having the servants doesn't help them keep reproducing.
Breed. Yeah.
True.
It's the fact that they will absolutely be desecrating the bodies of your dead.
Yeah. As soon as we started getting to this arrangement, I'm just thinking to myself,
I am not going to sign away the corpses of my people. I'm just stating that flatly.
It really is quite a hot button issue for them, too.
Mhm.
I'm trying to imagine what Aldous' dwarven people would think of such an arrangement, and their response would probably be something akin to, in a bad Irish accent, something along the lines of "squash those bugs."
I tried earlier, but somebody stopped me.
Somebody
there are a lot more
bumped
bugs
me.
now than before. Alright, well, think you are at the dealing table right now. But we are coming up close to the end of the session, so you are more than allowed to go and talk to your people about these sort of things, but the spiders have let their thing. They need shipments of food to run the Temple of Genesis, and they need access to your dead.
Alright, we can reconvene. We will take what you require. We will note down what you require, and we will see what our people are willing to trade in return.
Of course. Anything to bring back the return of the great prophet.
Of
Yes,
course.
of course. The great prophet, yes.
Of course, the proprietors know of it. Yes.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Completely out of character. They just need bodies, right?
They need humanoid bodies. Yes.
Okay, they need humanoid bodies. Okay.
Humanoid bodies. As long as they, and it doesn't even have to be killed by them. They hang out in crypts and graveyards and stuff because they can. Any old dead body will do.
Yeah. So when someone dies of old age, there we go.
Then they'll be laying eggs in Grandma's chest or whatever. Yeah. Yep.
I must leave. Sorry, guys.
Yep, we were
Gotta go.
getting ready here.
Yeah,
So, think that over before the next session comes around. Talk amongst yourselves off camera, since you'll have that option.
Definitely.
And then there, we think we're gonna leave this. Say goodbye, everybody.
Later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Cool beans. Thanks a bunch for coming, everybody. Stay safe, stay inside, stay healthy, and of course, remember to help each other. Bye.